Alright, what's going on, guys? SAFWY is back again, coming at you with the should you summon for the Roka and Cien banner. Spirits are forever with you, awakening, and yeah, so finally we are getting I believe this is the 4th canon Spirits are forever with you banner. We got Don Kanonji and Uryu. We got is this the no way, this is the 3rd Spirits are forever with you banner that's like official. SAFWY. No way. Okay, Don Kanonji, Uryu. Kenpachi as a Shiro. Really? This is okay. The 3rd canon Spirits are forever with you banner. Damn. Bro, the original one came out literally last year too. That's crazy. All right, so going into the feature 5-star characters, I'm not going to be going over a lot of them that much just because I don't really feel like they really deserve it. There are some good fillers here, mainly the Beyond Bankai Kisuke, Shinji. Grimmjow still has his place. Shinji's still pretty good. So yeah, obviously Roka and Cien are going to be the main contention for this video because a lot of people are talking bad about their first strong attack, which I will get into, trust me. Going into the next, be very careful if you're going in and trying to use some copium in order to summon for Kisuke, thinking that, oh, I already have Retsu, I already have Nini, I should summon on this banner just because I'm missing Kisuke or Shinji. Just be very, very wary because we are going to be getting a free Spirits Are Forever With You / Can't Fear Your Own World character, which I think is pretty dope. I think that this is awesome. It definitely gives a reason to, in my opinion, play the game because it's pretty dope. Either way, free Spirits Are Forever With You banner. Not sure if Shinji's going to be in this selection. There's sometimes KLab will show a character but not put their counterparts in. Just keep that in mind. So Kisuke is definitely going to be in it. If Shinji's in it, that's going to be awesome. I wish that it went up to the Kuryoshiki banner because that would be cool if Kuryoshiki, Azashiro, Kenpachi, Spirits Are Forever With You, Yoruichi, Soifon, Kenpachi, as well as Retsu were on it, because I feel like that higher chance of us pulling something really good. You know, so stopping at the Kisuke kind of is unfortunate for me personally. I'm still grateful that we're getting one free character. If this was not free, I'd be a little bit upset, but yeah, free, pretty cool, I'll take it. Hopefully I get Kisuke. Yeah, so let's just get into these characters. I do think that the Roka and Cien are worth summoning on for specific situations. Now, if you're missing Nini, obviously Cien, you kind of want to get that Link Slot Potion skill. We will go over the character in a bit. Roka, if you have Retsu, I don't really see a big need for this Roka, but I do see this character being relatively good in something like Arena, which I'll get into when we get into her character. I will also be doing a specific video for Cien, a specific video for Roka, going into a more deep dive into these characters. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. Kisuke, kind of outdated, no Havoc, doo-doo. Halibel, kind of outdated, no Havoc, love her tits. Next, we do have Bankai Shinji. We do have some okay damage multipliers on him. He's relatively old now, so I wouldn't really recommend working on him too much unless you have him like 5 out of 5. I wouldn't summon to get this character 5 out of 5 either, just because I feel like characters like the canon Kenpachi, the new Kenpachi, as well as the Bruno, maybe? I'm trying to think of like damage, right? I feel like having Bruno, Kenpachi, or even this Kisuke at 2 out of 5 is probably better value for your resources than a 5 out of 5 Shinji. If you like Shinji and you like this Shinji in particular, I do think that this character is still good to this day, but I feel like you kind of need him with dupes in order to really make this character work because he's missing devastation. He has damage to confuse enemies, so the subsequent hits of his special are going to cause the confusion. But I feel like this character leaves a lot to be desired in this day's meta. Still a good character, just in this day's meta is just, I feel like the bar is kind of high. And if you have Yamamoto, I don't think you need another red character for a long time. Maybe for some Kaimon or some guild quest, right? Next, Grimmjow, one of the best autoers in the game, still to this day, just because of the way his kit is. Berserker, 50%, so his strong attacks deal a little bit of damage in easy content. Now, I think that this character is really good for easy content because he autos fast. Damage reduction, poise, so that's awesome. Guard break and hit an enemy chance, so you don't have to waste a slot on a Zeta Ball. Really, really good for new players. Berserker, a bruiser of 40% with flurry. His first strong attack is a lunge first strong attack. Normally I don't like lunges, but the fact that this character lunges and then uses his NAD is really good for easy content. And 625 radius lunge for the second strong attack. So this character is lunging forward all the time, using his NAD lunging forward. I like that. And then his third strong attack is a vacuum explosion, which is good for NAD characters in particular, because they will, especially for melee, because he will group them up. They'll be on the ground, so he'll start using his NAD as soon as they start getting up. I like this character quite a bit, actually, especially for autoing. He might not be crazy for the meta, but he's good. Loopy, he did get Havoc 20%, but I wouldn't really expect anyone to work on him unless they have him 5/5 and actually like the character. Going into Kisuke, I feel like this character is slowly being outpaced by some of the crazier characters that we've gotten. Yamamoto, Kenpachi, right? But he's still a really, really good character. 18% mag for strong attack, kind of doo-doo, but at the very least he has Lacerate and Paralysis on his first. He also has the status ailment Spiritual Pressure boost 80%, which I do think is... Sorry, burp. Which I do think is actually really, really, really strong. And since it does have a lot of hits on it, it does proc that status element Spiritual Pressure boost a little more consistently than, say, someone like 7th Anniversary Ichigo. Because this character also has 7th Anniversary Ichigo's second and third strong attack. But since the first one has more hits than Ichigo's and has a bigger width than Ichigo's as well, I feel like this character consistently pulls it off a bit more. Am I saying that he's better than Ichigo? No. I'm just saying, like, for specific... I'm just trying to compare characters, right? So, Berserker 40%, Frenzy, Guard Break, and Havoc 20%. He has the Recover 20% stamina, but only for himself, so he does self-heal, which is pretty cool. He also is immune to all status elements, so in content like IT, you don't have to worry about the puddles. He has Read, Soul Reaper, Dodge as well, so that's going to be good for content like the difficult weekly quests that we get access to. And then he also has Sprinter +1. He picks up Long Stride in Arena, but honestly, no, I don't think he's bad in Arena. Yeah, you can make use of him in Arena. The status element immunity is actually pretty nice in that kind of stuff. All right, so next we do have Shinji. Shinji, he does have Berserker 40%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%. He has a Lunge for strong attack. He has a built-in damage inflicted at full stamina 20%, which is actually really nice. So at T15, you're going to be getting damage at full stam 45%, which I think is actually really good. Now, this character has ailment reversal, which I got I saw someone try to shame me for not touting it as a selling point. Ailment reversal was really good until Caleb decided that characters in IT... Because when you're doing IT, you're doing IT Ultra just to merit the amount of tickets and time that you're spending farming. Ailment reversal does not really help all that much in content like IT Ultra, except for maybe surviving. The problem with ailment reversal and the way that Caleb has changed the format of IT is IT will hit you incredibly hard. If you have, say, 4,000 HP, which means that you're stacking a bunch of stamina to survive, ailment reversal is only going to heal you by 800 when the enemies are hitting you for like 650. But by then you've already sacrificed so much damage that you're still like, you're barely managing to keep your full stam. And then you run the risk of, oh, let me get hit by this enemy and hope I don't get hit by everyone else. Because when you get hit stunned, you get clapped. So even though you do counter the ailment, you end up taking more damage than you're actually healing half the time anyway, so I wouldn't really say that as a selling point. For easy content, ailment reversal is pretty cool if you're trying to test full stam and you lose your full stam for some reason, which, you know, it does happen. No one's perfect. So yeah, I mean, do I like this character? I think he's good. Yes. Do I think ailment reversal is a big selling point like it used to be? Not really. Like characters like I want to say Lunar New Year Rukia make better use of it because you're stacking stamina and you're stacking defense. So you're also getting a lot more survivability on a character like Lunar New Year Rukia, which I do see a lot of people using in, not maybe a lot, but I do see people using her in content like IT because she helps Neliel farm harder, right? Usually you want one non-super link slot character to provide good enough support. That's why people use like a Max Transcended Daddy Ichigo or something like that for IT as well. So yeah. Do I like this character? Yeah, I think he's pretty good. I feel like he just kind of fell off because of the way that he was made. Like he has a lunge for strong attack. His second strong attack is a 750 by 750. If this was like the homing vortex like Kisuke got, if it was like the 3000 length beam that Aizen got, I feel like this would be a lot better. But I mean, it is what it is. This will lock you into place for an extended period of time, which is bad for epic raids but good for everywhere else. Nowadays in epic raids you're using a farmer anyway, so this isn't even bad anymore in my opinion. And then a standard full screen third strong attack. All right, next let's talk about Cien Grants as well as Roka Paramia. Now, let's talk about, let's start with the elephant in the room, that first strong attack. Now, a lot of people complain about this first strong attack. A lot of people complain about those complaining about this first strong attack. This first strong attack, in my opinion, is not great. Is it good? Okay, I do like it. I think it's pretty unique. I think it's cool, but I think that it needs a bigger width, and I think that Caleb needs to buff this. Otherwise, these characters are going to end up being relegated to not really being all that useful. This has half the width that Nini has. Now, if I type in, if I go to Nini, because Nini has the beam, right? So let me click here, attack 870, right? Yeah, so her width of her first strong attack is 870 with a 3000 length beam. And the problem with this is if I type in 870 divided by 420, you'll see here that we have double the width on a character like Nini. And the reason that this is important is because if there are 3 enemies lined up, which there are a lot of enemies in content like IT, and you aim perfectly down the middle, because a lot of people are saying, oh, it's a skill issue. And it's not a skill issue, it's math. If you hit them right down the middle, you're missing the top 2 enemies. If you hit the top 2 enemies, you're missing this one. If you hit the bottom, then you're missing the top one. And the problem with that is someone like Nini, for example, if they hit right down the middle, they're hitting all the enemies. And if those enemies die, then you're hitting the next wave of enemies too, usually. But if you're missing an enemy, the next wave doesn't spawn and you end up getting less damage done per strong attack. And the problem with that is you're gonna end up needing more strong attacks in order to make up for the fact that you're not hitting all the enemies at once. And even if you position yourself in a way to hit these enemies, like say I flash step down here and hit up, now I'm missing the enemies that could spawn here, right here. So like that's the problem with this first strong attack. It's just way too skinny. I definitely put in the other feedback that they need to buff this first strong attack. I did it when Ichigo first came out because I think that Ichigo is good. I don't think that the first strong attack is good. I think it's okay. It's usable, it's serviceable, but I like it as much as I like lunges. And I don't necessarily like lunges in comparison to beams, but I'm like, okay, it's cool, you know, it's something new. But in practical use and content like IT, I don't necessarily like this first strong attack. So that's my take. You might have a different take. More power to you. I think everyone's opinions are valid. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Now the length 4200 counts separate. So this has a 2100 length. So it's a 2100 length beam with range collision and very, very skinny width. And it does have a cross. So this is Siloporo, goes out 2100, 2100, 2100, 2100. Very, very interesting first strong attack, to be honest. Second strong attack is going to be the 3000 length beam. I like this strong attack. I think it's very, very good. I think that this is what saves the character. 1020 width. So if I type in the width on this divided by 420, you'll see here that it's 2.4 times bigger width. This second strong attack. So yeah, the 3000 length beam, also more length as well, which is nice. Women love length. And then standard full screen third strong attack, boom, poise. Oh yeah, he picks up poise in content like Arena. Going into his soul tree, what I do like on this character, chance to inflict burn and lacerate every 5 seconds at a 12% chance for 2 seconds. So this is going to be Immolator and a Lacerator. So just like 7th anniversary Ichigo, how he picks up Immobilizer and I believe it's weekend. And yeah, and Enervator. I'm sorry, I was trying to think of the name. And Enervator, this character is just gonna be bleeding people out and burning them. He's like Chucky, bro. It's so funny because it's like, oh, okay, it's like, let me stab him and then let me burn the house down. It's like a burn and lacerator. That's really good. I like that. So going into this character's actual skills, you'll see here that he does not have regular link slot potions. So you're not gonna really use him all that much in content like Epic Raid unless he's gonna be like the carry. And you're not going to use him in content like IZ because he doesn't provide that much value for the link slot potions. You can use him as a carry, of course, so I do see some use there, but like for farming purposes, you're not really going to use him all that much because he only provides super link slot potions, whereas someone like Isane provides regular link slots and droplets for content like Epic Raids, and she provides potions in IZ, and then who's the heart one again? Oh, and then Nini has the link slot potion skill as well as the super link slot potion skill. So if I go over here, you'll see here, mine link slot potions +5, super mine link slot potions +5. All right, so I definitely want to make note of that. Going into his actual like damage skills, we have Frenzy +1, Berserker 40%, Havoc 20%. We do have that Lacerator and Immolator, along with increased status element chance against mind attribute enemies +10%. This dude is going to be bleeding and burning it all the time, which is really, really, really cool in content like IT. Right, damage to burning and lacerated enemies +100%. This, when he does proc the Lacerator or Immolator, they will be both burned and lacerated, so he's going to be bleeding them like a pig. And then on top of that, his first and second and his third and his special move and his NAD even will proc this relatively quickly. I do like this character. I wish he had a longer debilitator, but either way, I do think that this character is going to be really, really dope to play with. And yeah, I'll be interested to see how he actually performs. I did talk to Hiken. He said that he doesn't necessarily like the characters just because of that first strong attack, which I don't blame anyone for saying that either. And yeah, going into Roka, we do have the 18% mag for strong attack. Now, this character in content like Arena, I think she's going to excel in, which I'll get into in a bit, but let's just check out her damage multipliers. We have Frenzy +1, Berserker 40%, and she also has Status Ailment Spiritual Pressure Boost 80%. Her damage multipliers are very, very, very good, and in content like Arena, she actually picks up Frenzy +2. Well, she will pick up Frenzy again, so she'll have Frenzy +2 in Arena, so then this Status Ailment Spiritual Pressure Boost will proc relatively often, which is good. So if you play Arena, I think that this character is going to be a really good Arena character. So yeah, going into her innate skills, we do have full stamina only, increased strong attack damage +40%. That will scale incredibly well with her Berserker and her Status Element Spiritual Pressure Boost. This character is going to hit hard. She has an 18% mag for a strong attack that people don't like. She has Shunsui's Vortex without the 960 like the other characters with homing vortexes have. But I think that that's okay. I was talking to my friend Leno, and he said something along the lines of she has Ichigo's second strong attack vortex instead of Shunsui's, and the reason that is relevant information is because Ichigo's vortex comes out a bit quicker than most of the other vortexes. If you use 7th anniversary Ichigo's second strong attack, you'll sometimes see a very low damage multiplier, and the reason for that is that his vortex comes out at the exact same time as the 960, which is different from every other character with the 960 into vortex. Everyone has a 960 that will come out first for a like half second, and then the vortex comes out. Ichigo's comes out at the exact same time, so it's sometimes you'll get the vortex tick, sometimes you'll get the 960 tick, but either way, like if the vortex comes out faster than Shunsui's, for example, I think that this second strong attack could actually be really good. So Berserker 40%, Status Element Spiritual Pressure Boost 80%, Frenzy +1, and then on top of that, you also have access to the full stamina only increased strong attack damage. She will recover 20% stamina to the entire team. This can stack if you're using a heal link as well, so that way you can make sure that she keeps her stamina all the way up to get this full stam. This increased strong attack damage actually scales after all the multipliers are said and done. So after you give her her full stamina damage links as well as her Berserker links, like the hybrid links and whatnot, like this character is going to be hitting incredibly hard. I do like this character. She does have a very, very interesting kit, and she also has the revive mechanic on her special move, which is really good for content like IT, where you want to be playing maybe with Grimmjows or something like that. So even though she doesn't heal as much as Retsu with that third strong attack, at the very least she provides the team with a lot of support with that revive mechanic, as well as team party recover 20% stamina. Now, if you have Spirits Are Forever with you Retsu, if you have Christmas Ninny, I think that this banner is an easy skip. But for you new players that don't have have any of these characters and you're trying to fill out a roster, I don't blame people for wanting to do 5 steps. I'm personally doing 5 steps myself because I do think I do like these characters. And I do want to get Shinji, and I wouldn't mind more copies of this Kisuke. But I also understand that I'm going through copium. I have a 5/5 Retsu, and then I also have a 5/5 Ninny. So like I said, copium. Either way, I do think these characters are pretty dope. Roka ended up getting the Mugetsu, but I feel like the Mugetsu is I feel like the special moves you know, we'll talk about that later. Like, I feel like now I'm making this video last longer than it needs to. My bad. But I'm gonna leave it there. You guys, grind on, catch up, hit me up, stay blessed. For a bigger deep dive on these characters and more numbers and stuff like that, feel free to check out the independent videos. I'll probably post them up and down here. Actually, up and over there. So feel free to check those out. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys, grind on, catch up, hit me up, stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below how deep y'all plan to go in on this banner. Like I said, I'm personally gonna do 5 steps. I think I'm gonna skip the individuals, and then I'm going to be waiting for the next seasonal. I'm actually really excited for these seasonal banners that we're gonna be seeing, because they might actually show up in poll selection.